Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm coming in for a weigh-in video. Hold on. I've got my trusty box on. And I do feel like a goober schmo wearing the box. Oh my goodness, I'm about to go in the ditch. That's what I get for not paying attention. I have a camera on my thing, but I was worried about my sunglasses. So, goodness, this cannot be my setting. Okay, it wasn't. My car has different settings for different drivers, and it can hold up to 3. And so there's one for me, one for Bree, and one for Ed. My hair looks crazy. We are on our way to a birthday party. I think I talked about last week. There's, you know, there was 5 or 6 kids born right, boom, 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 together in Oz's age group, and then 2 girls that were born exactly 6 months ahead of them. And one of them had a birthday party last week. Seriously, Bree was like, just put it under your shirt, it won't be so bad. I need to stand up and show you how bad it is. It is bad. It looks like I have funky boob. If I wear it outside my shirt, people are going to be asking. So, I mean, if I wear it inside my shirt, people are probably going to be asking. I don't know. People are probably going to think I have an insulin pump. But if you have an insulin pump, do you wear it on your boob? Probably not. At Walmart, people have asked me if it was a heart monitor, and I was like, no. Anyways, I actually physically feel a little better this morning. I was able to eat about half of my, I made some cream cheese pancakes because I was craving something with substance, and I'm trying so hard not to come off this keto deal. I've just decided that dairy is going to have to be in my, something that I'm just going to have to use for right now. Yeah. So, yeah, so let's just start with the weigh-in. I started my journey on April the 26th, 2012. At that time, I weighed in at 357 pounds. That, again, not my highest weight, but that's what I weighed in that day. My lowest recorded weight was like, I think the lowest I ever saw was 173. I think the lowest I ever recorded was 176. And then when I found out I was pregnant January 4th, 2014, I was 180, 181. I think one time during that pregnancy, I got back down to 176, which I did record on YouTube because I found a video not that long ago and I was cracking up. During that pregnancy, I gained about 40 pounds. And then when I was, after I got done exclusively pumping, I gained another, after I had Oz 10 months later, somewhere in there, I gained another 10 to 15 pounds. So, the hardest thing for me has been, thank you. So, awesome. You want a what? Cup. During this process, the hardest part has been seeing my body physically change. For one, I don't work out near as hard as I used to, and the runs that I used to have turned into walks. For 2, I don't lift weights like I used to. I no longer have a gym membership, and so that's just something that's not in our budget. There are definitely things I can do from home. My Tanya sent me some videos. I do those sporadically. But that has been the physical hardest. Is time hop is going to be the death of me, and I've said it before, but they frequently send me videos or pictures of things that happened like 3 years ago today or 4 years ago today. And 4 years ago today, I probably weighed the same, but my body looked so different. So, you know, initially I lost 180 pounds. I am around the 130 pound range, I think. I don't know, you guys, I can't do the math. That's what I tell people anyways. So last week I was 232, right? So I started a more ketogenic lifestyle in August 2016. Started having some issues, but I tried to maintain that lifestyle. Starting in January, I started having more issues. I mean, I was personally having issues staying on track. But this week I am 229, and I will take it. I anticipate a loss next week as well, if I continue not being able to eat much. So there are some good things that are going to come out of this Bravo imaging thing. I'm hoping in general, but if nothing else, maybe with the weight loss. I don't know. But I'm keeping my head high. I'm trying to stay as keto as possible and just really stay focused on the game plan. I know that I talked to you guys yesterday about just the initial results I got from the scope, and the more I thought about it, well, last night I went to my parents' house, and my mom had talked to my Aunt June, who is also a nurse. My dad's a nurse too. I told you that, but that's why I said also. So she was telling my Aunt June I'm having that yeast in my esophagus, and she was like, well, you know that yeast she has in her esophagus, you can get that anywhere. She was not acting like it was a big deal. I mean, excuse me, back up. Aunt June on the phone to my mom was acting like it was a big deal because it would be super painful, but not a big deal because you can get it anywhere. And I do remember, of course, again, I wasn't watching what I was eating, but I can remember in college, like, getting yeast infections not in my hoo-ha. They would be like under my belly flap or something. It was very rare. I remember only one time having it really, really bad, and it was like under my belly flap, under my bottom belly, and then like on my leg, and it was awful. And my mom was like, my mom has been so upset ever since Aunt June told her that, and just thinking about how that could actually be in my esophagus. And it, I mean, I will say that with the hiatal hernia and the way that my esophagus feels, and who knows how long that's been there, it is definitely something that's uncomfortable, and it makes me feel a little less crazy. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Friday, next Friday. We're actually not seeing the doctor who did my thing. We're actually seeing a nurse practitioner, which Ed and I both are a little bit excited about. I don't know her, but I'm hoping that she is easier to understand and that she is friendlier and more willing to, I don't know. Because I kept trying to explain to Ed, the dog, how he was, because he wasn't ugly or rude. He just was very matter of fact, but just kind of in a hurry. Like, I'm not an important case to him. And I'm not saying that hasn't happened to me before, but it was just a really, like, to me, this is such a big deal, and this is what he does every day. And I've never really been to a specialist other than a weight loss surgeon specialist who did take the time and treated me like I was a one-case person. I know this is what he does every day, but in my mind, he doesn't see weight loss surgery patients every day, and I feel like I'm a specialized case. Now, I know that I'm probably not, but I feel like I deserve the respect of that. Again, I know he's busy, and you know, nobody wants to wait for hours and hours and hours at the doctor's office, and they were really behind yesterday. But I just felt like we didn't get, again, and maybe he was planning on, when he sat down with us in office, being more explanatory, but the nurse was the one who explained things to us, which is fine. I don't mind that, except that she couldn't answer my questions. So, I don't know, it's a really weird place to be in. Again, I'm not at all trying to act like my particular circumstance is any worse or better than anybody else's. But I just think that as a person, and here's my biggest issue, as a person who has struggled with this, to take the time out, to get the help I need, to seek out the answers to help me feel better so that I can become a better person and a better mom and a better individual and help me to get back on track losing weight and all this stuff. It's really hard for me to swallow that somebody else is not going to take the time to help me. So I had a really hard time explaining him to Ed, but after yesterday, after Ed met him, I didn't have to explain anything anymore. And again, the meeting, I'm telling you, it wasn't even a meeting. He just walked into the recovery room where I was at, and it was like, wasn't even a minute. I mean, it was like 30 seconds. And then Ed asked him a question, and then he kind of quickly answered it, and then just went on. So, I don't know. Ed said he was super excited we were seeing the nurse practitioner, and I'm hoping, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to push this button. And I'm driving down the road. This is so sick. 8:49. So, yeah. Was the heartburn button. So anyways, that's it. That's how I feel about the day. I'm super pumped to be down, what, 2 pounds? I don't even know. You know, you guys know I don't do the math. So, yeah. We will see you guys tomorrow. You will probably see a grocery haul. It was a quick one. I spent $100 and then I didn't even show you, like I got some cleaning supplies because after I had everything laid out, I was like, what in the crap did I buy? But I forgot that I was out of like Swiffer Wet Jet. I was out of like the Swiffer pads, and I'll go back and forth because I get too cheap, and then I use water and vinegar, which I do like and I do think is healthy, and I use that the whole time Oz was little and crawling around. But then I really like the way the Swiffer stuff smells, so I always go back to it eventually. So that's it. That's my weigh-in. I will see you guys later. Bye.